Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
Hello! So we're going to answer the rest of the questions from where we left off. So starting with Natalie, what was the first song you ever wrote?
first song I ever wrote.
Yep.
I remember sitting down. I was living in France at the time. It was my second year in France, so I guess I was 12 years old,
Mm.
and I wrote a French pop song called La Rose est fanée, which means the rose has wilted.
Oh.
It was a very dramatic song.
The first song I ever wrote was on piano when I was 6 years old.
6?
I was 6
Wow.
years old. My dad was teaching me the blues scale, and I wrote this song. It went like this. That was the first song I ever wrote. Okay. Next. If you had 3 wishes, what would they be? More wishes! That's my first wish.
That doesn't count. Is it my turn to go first?
I'll go first.
I'm always bad at these questions.
No more suffering. That would be my first wish. No more
It's
suffering
altruistic.
on the globe.
Mine would be candy.
Natalie's is candy. Natalie wants. I want no more suffering. Natalie wants candy. Yeah, I'd say no more suffering. I'd say enough. Well, I guess enough food and water counts in the no more suffering kind of
That's
thing.
a really good one. No more suffering.
No more suffering sort of as a blanket
That's
coverage for the world. It's
a
like an
really
insurance policy.
great. World peace.
World peace. Yep. Peace would be great. No more wars, no more suffering, and I'd kind of like to live forever, but I don't think Natalie would like that. I just like life a lot.
You make me sound like I don't like life.
No, you do, but you just don't like eternity. Next question. What is the craziest thing you've ever done?
I don't get my 3 wishes.
Fine.
That's okay.
3
No,
wishes?
I don't want 3 wishes.
Craziest thing I ever did was going down a hill on my bike with no brakes, or skydiving.
There's someone at the door. Okay.
You go.
So, craziest thing I've ever done. This is too hard. I need to think about these. I can't just answer them.
Okay, you think about it. I'll answer the next one. What makes you feel embarrassed? Used to be video blogging, talking to nobody but a computer screen, but that doesn't really make me feel embarrassed anymore. Now what makes me feel embarrassed is singing out of tune in front of a lot of people. Makes me feel embarrassed. You got one?
Forgetting the lyrics in front of a lot of people. That's also really embarrassing.
That's pretty embarrassing.
It's really embarrassing.
What are your favorite websites, not including the ones you participate in? Favorite websites. I like the New York Times. I go to the New York Times every day.
I like YouTube.
Natalie likes YouTube, but you participate in YouTube. I love YouTube. That's probably...
Wait, that you don't participate in?
Yeah.
Oh, favorite websites that you don't participate. I'm bad at questions. Favorite websites that I don't participate in.
Next question. What is the silliest thing you've ever done? That's the silliest thing I've ever done. How about you?
You suck. I need to, like, sit down with these questions. I just can't do them.
All right, think about that while I go on to the next question. How would you make the world a better place? Well, I'll tell you how I try to make the world a better place. We have a lot of fans and a lot of people who like to do things and feel a part of our musical project. And so one thing that I did last year that I'm going to do again this year is I send people on YouTube my CD, and if they buy a goat for people in Haiti or Africa or places where people need goats to help them make a living and make milk and eggs and yogurt and all that kind of stuff, cheese. So I like to employ massive networks of people to do good things for the world, because I feel like that's the best that's the best way for me to give back, since we have this position of being able to communicate with thousands of people over the internet.
I feel like people in the Iraq, such as...
Can you speak a little louder, because I can't hear you?
How would I make the world a better place? I really think it's about doing little things for people who you know, and who you can actually affect in a very real way. If it's going over and helping your neighbor with her homework, or if it's making dinner for your family when they've all been too busy. I think little things like that really do make the world a better place.
Cool. What's your biggest weakness?
I have a really bad shoulder.
I'd say my biggest weakness is
me.
Natalie. Natalie's my biggest weakness. But seriously, folks, my biggest weakness is maybe doing things that I don't feel like doing because I feel pressured to do them. I think that's my biggest weakness. That's it. Because I feel pressured. But even though I know it's not something that I want to do, for some reason I feel pressured and I do it anyway. Where will you be in 10 years? Hopefully not still answering these questions. Not that I'm not enjoying myself, but that would be a lot of questions.
I'll still be here in 10 years trying to figure out what was the craziest thing I've ever done.
Natalie will still be here trying to remember her answers.
I did go hay swinging once, which was pretty crazy and risky.
That's fun.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Sorry, where will we be in 10 years?
Hopefully making music and touring the world and making songs and putting them on YouTube and recording and talking with fans and being with our families. And
if YouTube is still around, and
if YouTube is still around, if music is still around,
music might not be around.
If Earth is still around,
if robots rule the world.
If robots rule the world. Write a question that you'd like to ask yourself and answer. And answer it. Jack, what do you
think
about
people
who
take
love
for
granted? I think those people are terrible. I think they definitely shouldn't take love for granted, and I think they should appreciate love, because
my cat takes love for granted.
Natalie's cat takes love for granted.
She just meows and meows and meows all the time, and it's never enough.
And we should barbecue your cat for that reason.
She wouldn't taste very good. She's old.
Who would you like to answer this questionnaire? Ooh. That's a good question. What a cool question. I would like to hear... I'd like to hear... Well, you go first.
Well, I think it'd be really cool to hear Elliott Smith's response, but that won't happen.
No. I'm going to go with a dead person too, though, so you can.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe like one of my favorite classical composers. I think I'd like Chopin to answer these questions. I'd like to hear what he would have thought about all this. Because he was such a good songwriter. Even though he didn't know it.
I don't think he participated in any websites, though.
No, he didn't. Yeah.